This clip is brought to you by the legendary Tasty Pastry. 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of net carbs, and 0 sugar. Better than any protein bar out there. Tastes amazing. Enjoy this clip. As far as recovery is concerned, because we know that obviously sleep plays the biggest part in terms of some of these athletes being able to recover from session to session, gain size, etc. Did you notice a difference between dealing with NBA athletes as far as recovery and then dealing with college athletes? I know that you're the #1 school, so maybe they're more committed to that. But when I think of college athletes and college students, sometimes it may seem hard to get those kind of individuals in line. What do you find?
Yeah. I think you hit it on the head. Like in the NBA, it's your rookies are basically your college guys, right? So some of them need the education around why to do stuff, and hey, you're going to hit a rookie wall 50 games into the season, and so we have to focus on recovery early so that doesn't happen. So you educate there. But for the most part in the NBA, guys understand recovery because 82 games, if you don't understand recovery, you'll find out soon enough why you need it. There's 82 games that are going to drive your body into the ground, and if you're not actively recovering, then you're just going to feel terrible towards the end. And I always say the teams, talent aside, the teams that end up winning the most in the playoffs are the teams that just don't fall off. A lot of times people think it's like this kind of increase in performance over time, but really it's just who doesn't fall off. And if you look at the past few years with the injuries in the NBA, that's for the most part has held true. College is a little bit different, actually. It's almost like the increase in performance through March. Like the teams that can peak at the right time. There's no college basketball team in the world right now that's good at basketball, right? It's just too early. But obviously, once we get through our non-conference schedule, you get a little bit better. And then conference schedule comes, and hopefully you're competing at a high level. And then you hope to peak in March toward the end of season. Yeah. Whereas the NBA, once you're about 20 games in, you just want to be in shape and just don't fall off. And then the really good teams, like the Warriors, they won't care about some losses during season because they know their bigger goal is the end of season. But for the most part, to answer the question, most NBA players know the importance of recovery and the value of it. College is a little bit different because they're just used to getting by with whatever, right? They won't sleep, they won't eat, they'll show up to lift, and then they'll feel terrible. And you're like, what, did you eat today? Nah, coach, I didn't have time. I'm saying, don't give me that. You had time. You just didn't figure out a way to eat and find a place to do it. So there's much more education that needs to occur at the college level. Yeah. Some of it's just money. In the NBA, a player can go out and buy his own recovery boots and spend $500 on it or $200 on a massage gun. And college players, for at least historically, haven't had the funds to do that. With NIL, that's changing now, and players can go and buy some things.
What's NIL?
Name, image, and likeness. So it's how college players are getting paid now.
Okay. They can use their social media and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, social media. I mean, there's agencies now that get them deals, but so now that will actually help. There's been a lot of negative spin on that, but I think it's actually positive. I mean, it's definitely positive. But it helps from even a recovery perspective because now I can say, yo, fan, go buy a damn massage gun. And historically, they would say, how am I going to get that? And now I say, you can definitely get that because I know the deals you're getting.
DM that.
Yeah. Or DM them, right? I mean, you just got $10,000 for passing out, sandwiches at the drive-thru. Like, you can buy that now. So I think that'll actually improve over time with some of this stuff because as soon as you attach a number to somebody, they begin to think of their body as their business. Right. And in the NBA, that's always been the case because you were getting paid to play basketball. And in college now, there's part of that. Like, if you get hurt and you don't play, your name, image, and likeness will decrease. So you are a business now. And now let's start to treat our body as a business. Let's recover appropriately. So I think that'll actually start to improve a little bit.
Are these guys seeing you train the way that the Kings used to see you train? Because I remember you and your buddies over at the Kings get all hyped up and you guys would train hard. Do you still have time for that? And have you created a culture like that at Kansas?
Yeah, not as much because we used to train every day in there, and that was great. Not as much now, just the way that kind of, in the NBA, you essentially, a guy can train before practice, after practice, any time of the day. Essentially, you're essentially a personal trainer, right? To 15 guys, that's your job as the head strength coach. College, we train as a team, and they have classes, so there's less visual of that. But occasionally I'll jump in and, they're hyped to press 80-pound dumbbells or whatever. And like, oh, that's cute. And you jump in just to show them you can still do it.
Right.
And they know that. And then it's still through social media. I'll post stuff.
They know you're practicing it,
Yeah, and I think that ultimately that's all I want. I want them to know that I practice what I preach because that creates buy-in, right? So, not as much, though. We used to get after it. And then you guys came over a few times with the Kings.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Hey, guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it, all right? Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there, too, so you can get whatever you like from us, all right? Peace.